As a politics-oriented YouTuber, I talk about various political-oriented topics. While they do vary a bit, one thing that connects them all is that they're things that aren't focused on as much by other channels, but there are some things that even I probably won't do for various reasons. I usually try to keep my topics far and varied so that someone from the far right to the far left can watch my channel and come out not feeling like I Fox News the topic in favor of my ideology. Well, okay, my fireside chats probably might do that job, but I mean, in my main series, the videos that I actually spend time and effort editing. And the worst part is, some of these topics may be really interesting, and I would definitely want to talk about them, but for one reason or another, I'm like, probably not. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but here's a list of the top 10 videos that I would like to do, but probably won't. Number 10, Standard History Videos. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but if you don't understand, let me just say it again. My channel is focused on politics/political history, ergo, my videos will be about politics and political history. I have gotten some requests to do videos on more general history topics, but I don't really care that much about every form of history. While history is the most interesting subject taught in elementary through high school, I can't bring myself to make videos on just any historical topic. Believe me, I tried to do so, and I gave up halfway through. Plus, we have other history channels on YouTube that you can check out if that's more your forte. It's also why I don't make videos on other topics I'm interested in, not the focus of this channel, and I don't really want to make another one. So yeah, if you want more generic history videos, go watch Mr. Beat or something. Number 9, a ranking of US representatives. Remember when I did a video ranking my top 10 US senators? That didn't include Paul Wellstone because I didn't know he existed at the time. Well, I have plans to do similar rankings for other political positions, governor, US House, etc. However, as I was writing the one for the House of Representatives, I soon realized that it was very unlikely to happen. Why? Because there have been at least 11,037 people that have served in the US House of Representatives. Unsurprisingly, it's hard to narrow it down to just 10 that I like, especially considering it may be even harder to narrow down current representatives that I like. And I usually want to have these lists have more dead and former members rather than current members so that it can be more historical and more educational rather than just me pointing at like 3 representatives currently in the House that I like. So yeah, it may happen, but it'll probably happen a little later down the line. Maybe I'll make like a top 100 or like, ooh, I had an interesting idea literally just as I was recording it. Maybe I could make like my dream Congress where I would make my own House of Representatives with all the members of the House that I like. Sounds like an interesting idea. Maybe I'll put a pin on that later. Number 8, major party presidential primary/party histories. Now you might say, what? Why not? Look at my videos. Top 10 third-party performances, history of the Libertarian Party, minor candidates and major party primaries. My channel is mostly focused on giving minor candidates a chance to shine, since the mainstream media has kind of failed them in that regard. And even political history channels usually cover the major party primary contenders. And in regards to major party histories, all the things that usually make up my party history videos, party foundings, major ideological shifts, presidential nominees, dissolutions if need be, have been pretty much covered on other channels for the Dems and the GOP. I'm open to doing one for the 2020 Democratic primaries, but for the most part, I'll be sticking to minor parties. Speaking of the 2020 Democratic primaries, number 7, a definitive 2020 Democratic rankings as of now. Okay, this is a video I've kind of been teasing for a bit that I probably will not do as of yet. The biggest reason being, there are 25 Democrats running as of now, and the mainstream, corporate media, and most pundits say there are only 5 that are newsworthy, while I personally say, well, I mean, these 2 might also be worth some news time, but that could be a separate video in and of itself. Why won't I do a video on this subject as of now? Is due to the fact that, how am I going to rank the nobodies? Like, seriously. You tell me who has a better chance in the Democratic primaries, Seth Moulton, Tom Steyer, Joe Sestak, or Tim Ryan. Go ahead, I'll wait. While you may say, well, look at the polls, dummy. You know as much as I do that polling can be skewed, and evidence is showing that it's currently being skewed to an extent. I'm more open to doing a video on this topic in the future, when the list has kind of drop down, at least 10 candidates gotta drop out with nobody else jumping in before I can definitively rank 2020 Democrats. But in order to satiate you guys, I'm gonna do a ranking of the 2020 major Republican Party candidates. Alright, here we go. Number 2, Bill Weld. He's a well-respected governor of Massachusetts who ran as Gary Johnson's vice president in 2016. His campaign is trying to bring together the 2016 Never-Trumpers and the Amish-style lowercase l libertarians, which could lead to something good or bad. It depends on who he really is trying to get. Is he trying to appeal more to the Amish-style libertarians because of the fact that Trump campaigned on non-interventionism and is yet pushing more into interventionist regime change wars in Venezuela and Iran? Well, that could lead to Bill Weld getting a significant amount of support. Number 1, Donald Trump. Why? Because no primary challenge to an incumbent Republican has led to the incumbent losing the nomination. At most, it leads to him losing the general election, a la Reagan and Ford. Number 6, live shows. This more pertains to my fireside chats than the main series videos, but it still stands. Live shows are fun. The biggest draw to me is that you get to interact with fans in real time, and I love fan interactions. It should really be the big reason why YouTubers want a big sub count. More subs equals more fans equals more fan interactions. Unfortunately, the 2 times I attempted streaming, it sucked. Lagging, nobody commenting, etc. Despite the fact that as a political YouTuber, election night streams and live debate reactions are kind of our bread and butter, my channel will probably not have those. Though I'll gladly participate on any other people's channels if they want me to be on, it probably won't be happening here. And besides, I don't really have that much fan reaction to begin with. Surprisingly, 100 fans doesn't give you as much fan interaction as you thought you would get. Then why do you think I stopped doing the whole, what are your thoughts on this? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Number 5, Gamergate, social justice warriors, and anti-SJWs. Now, hating on social justice warriors has been a popular thing to do since 2011. Pawn the SJW cucks, as Ben Shapiro once said, and I've been interested in telling the story and clarifications on them, their enemies, the anti-SJWs, and their radical offspring of Antifa and the alt-right. However, unsurprisingly, talking about people sitting on their computers complaining about female Ghostbusters, Captain Marvel, gender pronouns, and how straight white men are apparently oppressed isn't that entertaining. Now, far-left militants and open white nationalists that both got a resurgence due to the slow radicalization culminating from Trump's election in 2016 that has a very open online presence, and I mean very, very open online presence, especially considering old-school white supremacists design stupid ghost costumes to hide their identities. Yeah, which one is a more interesting topic to talk about? Now, I know there are some people on the internet who make their whole livings on talking about social justice warriors and anti-SJWs. Is not really my thing because I don't think that it is an important thing to be discussing. I could mention them in videos about the alt-right or Antifa, but they're not going to get videos on their own. Oh yeah, and I only discovered what Gamergate was about this year, and my reaction was like, wait, whoa, hold on a second. This is it? A woman made a video game called Depression Quest, and then you gave death threats to all these women who wanted to be a part of the gaming industry? What? This is it? Proceed with the red-pilled MRA, fedora-wearing neckbeards going, "You don't understand Gamergate, you SJW." Number 4, Objectivism. A philosophy that's the basis of Ayn Rand's fictional novels The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, the philosophy of Spider-Man co-creator Steve Ditko, and the thing that pretty much kickstarted American libertarianism, despite the fact that Ayn Rand called libertarians a monstrous, disgusting bunch of people. I have honestly wanted to make a video about it, and even attempted to write one. While the political aspects, I can at least understand what she's saying. You know, it's just your average anti-authoritarian right-wing capitalist ideology. It starts getting into reality being separate from consciousness and metaphysics, and I'm like, whoa, what? And I just kind of drone off. Now, the libertarians in my audience will be like, well, it's because you just don't understand it. Just read Atlas Shrugged. You're right, I really don't understand objectivism. I don't understand why individual rights and collective rights are apparently at odds with each other. If a man's only purpose in life is to be happy, how is there an objective good and evil? And again, what the heck does reality being separate from consciousness mean? And of course, there's the obvious, I really don't want to waste my time reading a 1,168 page book and listening to it for 9 hours. So yeah, objectivism is more than likely off the table for now, unless I get a philosophy degree. Maybe then I'll understand why philosophers really hate objectivism. Number 3, Huey Long. Now I'm of course of the opinion that Huey Long was a great governor/senator, albeit with some flaws, and I delved into it briefly in my video about the top 10 best senators list. The thing about Huey Long is, a lot of people have already talked about him. Historical and opinionated, positive and negative, memes and alternative histories. If you want a Huey Long video on the internet, you've got a buffet to choose from. There's not really much I can say about Huey that isn't readily available on someone else's channel. And even with other aspects of Huey's life, like the Union Party or the Share Our Wealth program, they can be lumped into another video or just, again, readily available for everyone to see. So yeah, you'll probably have to go to someone else if you want to see anyone talk about the kingfish.
With a sigh we say goodbye, you alone.
Number 2, Vermin Supreme. Just look at him. Don't you think any political YouTuber or history YouTuber or presidential-oriented YouTuber or whatever would want to talk about him? He's one of those many-time perennial candidates that never wins but is always there, like Jack Feller, Good Space Guy, and Jimmy McMillan. The problem is, why would I make a video about his life and his presidential runs when there's already a documentary out about him and there's already another one in the works? I really would forgive any of you for requesting Vermin Supreme be done on this channel, considering he's in my channel art. I even kind of feel like I wanted to do a video about him, but after watching Who is Vermin Supreme, I felt like that I didn't really have anything to add that wouldn't be readily available in the documentary. Some of the things that are said in the documentary aren't even readily available, and I'm not just gonna put that on my YouTube channel for free, so why would I just take money away from Vermin Supreme? Because it's a really good movie. So you want to know how many times Vermin Supreme ran for president, his birth name, or his secret plan to take over Malaysia? I'm pretty sure one of those questions is answered in Who is Vermin Supreme and Outsider Odyssey. Buy it now. And if you lose access to the film like I did, ask the director and he'll hook you up. Number 1, Lyndon LaRouche. Lyndon LaRouche is a very controversial political figure, known for his cultish, conspiratorial, homophobic, fascistic, third-positionist, racist, and possibly anti-Semitic views, who ran for the presidency a grand total of 8 times. I would absolutely love to make a video about him, explain his history, his presidential runs, his multiple arrests, how he forced Adlai Stevenson III to run as a third-party candidate, how he tried to force HIV-positive individuals out of their jobs and into quarantine, his massive political movement that is growing strong since the 60s that has actually spread to multiple different countries. Heck, I even made a thumbnail for said video. The problem is, it would probably be a 3-hour long video with no way to shorten it. Now you could say, just make it into a series. The problem is, Lyndon LaRouche's history and ideology and all this stuff is so complicated that it would be very difficult for me to cut it up in a decent way to be a series or even a full video on itself. Besides, if I did, LaRouche's followers would probably find it and downvote it / report it. Which I'm okay with the former, but I'm not really okay with the latter because I want to keep this channel because, you know, it's fun to do. Now you might say, well, I mean, come on, how do you expect Lyndon LaRouche's followers to find you? Dude, Lyndon LaRouche's followers are everywhere. Every protest, every political rally, they are always there. It's one of the few times where I actually agree with Joe Lieberman and John McCain. There has been no political rally in the past whatever years that a LaRouche follower hasn't been able to find. And I mean, I guess you could say, well, I mean, at least they're loyal. Yeah, I'll give them that. So anyways, that's my top 10 things that I probably won't do a video on, but I really want to. If there are any video topics that I've listed that you would like to see a video on, it probably still won't happen. Unless you get a Patreon account and you pay for it. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified when a future video mine comes out. And if you're interested in more content from me, you can go to my website or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Quora, or check out my articles on the Independent Political Report.